so here's coming into my craft room. I'm also going to be learning how to do this with videotaping without making people seasick. We'll see how that goes. So I just want to do a quick pan around the room. So there's my desks, the corner where I do my podcasting now, my spinning wheel sitting over there. Here's a whole pile of stuff, oodles of bookcases, more stuff. Anyway, some of this stuff in this room needs to be out of this room. It doesn't belong in this room, but as you can see, it's a huge room. Nice gigantic bay window. Lots of windows. 5 windows in this room. It's just amazing. But anyway, so hopefully that wasn't too horribly fast. So just as a starting point, here's some miscellaneous stuff that, I don't know, it needs to be sorted through and taken care of. Some of the stuff doesn't belong in this room. Some of the stuff is things that, it does live here, or it should live here, and I want to spend some time getting it all tidied up and organized. One of my boxes of socks and a plate that a plant used to sit on. The plant's long gone and dead, and there's still an old plate sitting there. Anyway, a cross-stitch picture that my mom made for me several years ago. I got it framed and hung up in my craft room. Pretty little design. Another one of my favorite decorations is this old weathered piece of wood that's been painted up and given a distressed look. Really like this. I think it's gorgeous. Behind these French doors is the master closet and master bathroom. I think this room that I've absconded with for my craft room, I think, is actually at one time should have been the master bedroom, but hey, it's at the very front of the apartment. If you listen to my podcast, you can hear the traffic, you can hear some of the fire engines or sirens going past. One of the smaller rooms farther back in the apartment is much nicer to use as the bedroom, where it's a lot quieter. But anyway, so into this messy corner. I even got clothes in here, good grief. Got a shawl, the Helen Stewart mystery shawl design. I think it was Impressionist. I have to double check on the name of that one, but it still needs blocking. A little ironing board. On one of the bookcases, I have different art supplies. Each of those boxes have different art supplies in them. Behind my mannequin, Tabitha, more art supplies, some magazines. These are all things that need to be sorted, put away. Extra journals for doing morning pages and bullet journaling, some paints. Go over to the next pair of bookcases. There's some supplies and things up top. That decorated box has a bunch of cross-stitch stuff in it. Boxes have more art and craft supplies in them, more journals, more art supplies. Let's take a better look. Some more books, more art supplies, crafty things, some of my dies for dyeing a bit of yarn. Along over here, I have a bunch of Afghans that have been made over the years that I need to find somewhere that I can donate them to. My winter hat sitting there. I haven't had any use for that this summer. I probably won't have any use for it until maybe January. I don't know, it's just sitting there. Again, back in here, some boxes of yarn, some boxes of different arts and crafts supplies. I'll talk more about that yellow and red blanket. I'll talk more about that later on. I have a whole box full of washi tape, which I will spend some time. I'm going to go on a tour through there. We'll take a look at what's in there, and I'll get that all organized for you, or you can watch me get it all organized. Nice little metal horse ornament, not ornament, decoration that my sister gave me one year. My bookcase, all kinds of different books, more art supplies, more socks, some antiques. I'll spend some time taking a look at these in another podcast. My old Singer sewing machine. There's the main street out front where you see you hear the traffic when you're listening to my podcast. This is where all those cars are coming from. It's just out in the main street right out front. My spinning wheel. We've seen this in an earlier podcast. Some of the things I have, a couple bags of stuff I bought Hobby Lobby and Walmart. I have to finish putting that away someplace. One of my tubs with my row cardigan in there. I have a nice cabinet that is all full of all kinds of art supplies. I need to go through that again, organize everything. And I have my foot mannequin. Then we get to my desk, which looks like a tornado might have hit it. Something. I really need to tidy this up. I'm hoping that maybe by filming this, I'm going to shame myself into actually getting some work done on this. It's a huge room that has room for two large, like the banquet table size desks, paper towel holder for doing art stuff. I really need to find a better way of organizing all this art, all these art supplies and all that goodness. But what I really need to do is spend some time mulling over and deciding exactly what I want to do with everything here and get it all organized. I'd like to do more art journaling, mixed media, all that fun kind of stuff, but just taking a look at this desk, I'm not very inspired to be able to do anything. No, honestly, I can't even get to it to do anything. So that's one of my projects through Vlogtober, is I want to spend some time just getting this room organized, tidied up, and just make it into a nice place where I can actually sit down, get some work done. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. This is a painting. You can see me in the background in the reflection. This is a painting my grandmother did in probably the late, I guess, 1930s, thereabouts. She was a very artistic woman, and this is a painting that she had done many, many years ago. I think might be a watercolor. Looks like a watercolor. But anyways, just a painting that I really like and have it hanging up in my room. So anyways, I'm gonna let you go, and we shall see some progress over the year with what I've accomplished in terms of tidying and organizing up this room.